everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Sonia. If you are coming from Instagram, you know that I'm an open book there. I want to do the same here. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my health journey. I have been going through it. When I say I've been going through it, I mean I have been going through it for the past maybe year and a half now. Get yourself a coffee. This is a sugar-free coffee. This is dairy-free creamer, sugar-free syrup from Chalk Zero. I have a code with them. It's the best, delicious, most yummy syrup. I have PCOS. I'm also insulin resistant, so I try to keep my coffees low carb, low sugar. So delicious. Let's rewind to about a year and a half ago. Symptoms that I had: fatigue, mood swings, exhaustion. I mean, physically exhausted, but I couldn't sleep at night. I would lay down in bed and my brain just wouldn't shut off. Constantly tossing and turning, waking up in the morning, still tired, bloating in my belly, extreme painful bloating. Bloating where it looked like I was like 9 months pregnant. Not just like, I'm a little bloated. No, bloating where it looked, I'll put a picture, like I was about to give birth. Extreme distension in my belly, sadness, happiness, body aches, headaches, just so much. I was dealing with so much and I knew something was off, and I went and scheduled a physical with my doctor. She did my lab work, everything came back. She was like, everything looks great. And I told her, hey, I'm not feeling great. I've been seeing the same primary care doctor for the past 7 years. And I said, I just don't feel good. I don't feel like myself. I feel like something is off. And she looks at my lab work. She's like, no, look, everything looks great. Maybe just start working out a little bit more. So, I come home, I start, I plan, okay, let me start working out a little bit more. So I started working out a little bit more. I was eating really clean at one point in time. I thought maybe it's the foods I'm eating. At the time I was doing keto, and I would do challenges on my Instagram page, clean keto or moving your body a certain amount of days throughout the month. I was consistent with it all. Nothing was helping. I was feeling like crap. I was doing clean keto. I was eating vegetables. I was eating a protein with each veggie. After every meal, I would just blow. I would say this, I'm a puffer fish. I would bloat like a puffer fish. The inflammation was out of this world. The headaches constantly, the mood swings. One moment I'm happy, the next moment I'm sad. I felt, when I say tired, I don't mean, oh, I'm tired, I want to take a nap. I mean, I am physically exhausted and drained. I feel like I'm drowning. One moment. I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. I have a special needs child who's 17. Mentally, he's about 7. I'm a wife. I have a dog. I could not function properly. I was struggling. I felt like, is this depression? I've battled depression in my life before. I felt so helpless. Imagine being so physically drained, exhausted, and going to sleep and not being able to shut off your brain and just tossing and turning all night and then waking up the next morning and you're tired again. You're exhausted. Your body aches, your body hurts, your head hurts. And then you have to mom an adult, but you literally can't pull yourself out of it. That's where I was. That's how I felt. I knew something was wrong. I scheduled another appointment with my doctor. And I went back and I said, hey, something's going on. I just feel really tired. I can't sleep. I can't shut off my brain. I'm exhausted. I just don't know what's going on. And I remember her looking at me and saying, it could be your age. The older we get, the more tired we are. Ma'am, I am not that old. And I've always been a really energetic, outgoing person. I love going out and doing things with my kids. And I was finding myself just slowly drowning. That's the best way to describe it, is that I felt that I was drowning. And I remember texting my husband, I feel like I'm drowning. I just don't know what's going on with me. I'm about to lose this lash. My primary care also recommended, try working out some more. Your body probably needs to be really exhausted so it can get more rest. So I went from 3 workouts a week to 5 workouts a week, where I was consistently moving my body. I started cutting out all processed foods, and I was still feeling like crap. I just didn't understand why. I was eating clean for a while there. I would eat my protein with my veggies and bloat, painful, stabbing pain in my belly. It just wasn't getting any better, but I kept trying to do it. You know, I was quietly just struggling with everything. My patience was just running thin. I was not the mom that I wanted to be. I was not the wife that I wanted to be. I was just not the woman that I wanted to be. I knew something was off. I felt something was off, but I didn't know how to figure it out. I started doing my own research, and then I realized months after, like struggling, just consistently, constantly struggling, no matter what I was doing, cutting out sugar, eating cleaner, working out more, going to sleep earlier. I was taking my vitamins that I thought I needed to take for myself. I was just trying everything that I thought I needed to do, and nothing was working. I started weightlifting. I was trying to build muscle at the time. I couldn't build any muscle. I consistently was weight training. Very little progress. I started to gain weight, and I thought, how am I gaining weight when I'm eating so clean, when I'm consistently cutting out all processed food, I'm cutting out all sugar, cutting out carbs? How am I gaining weight? It didn't make any sense to me. I've quietly struggled for a long time, and I thought to myself one day, why am I not sharing this on Instagram? You know, I shared so much other things. I shared about my PCOS journey, my weight loss journey. I shared so much, and I thought, I need to share this because I can't be the only one. But then so many times I felt like, am I crazy? Am I the only one? The doctor's telling me like everything's fine, but I don't feel fine. And then, you know, months passed. I kept trying to do what I was doing, just eating better, working out, taking my supplements, just trying to be consistent in my health journey. And it just wasn't getting better. I feel like I was trying everything and nothing was working for me, and I just needed help. And I was going to see my doctor to get help, and everything was always normal. Everything was always fine, but I wasn't feeling normal, and I wasn't feeling fine, and I was feeling off. I wasn't myself. And then one day I just thought, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. The doctor's not helping me. She keeps telling me everything's normal. I almost feel like she's gaslighting me into thinking that I'm just getting older and this is normal. This is what happens when you get older. And it's not, and this is not normal. I've struggled with PCOS for so many years, polycystic ovary syndrome, and weight gain is, you know, part of that. You struggle with losing weight. It's like this for me, on and off. I'll lose weight, I'll gain it, I'll lose it, I'll gain it. It's always been a battle dealing with my weight when it comes to PCOS. Although my weight wasn't my primary focus, it was still frustrating me that doing everything I was doing, why am I gaining weight? One day I went online and I started looking up functional medicine doctors. I started looking up naturopathic doctors, doctors that deal with things a little bit more naturally. I had no idea that none of this is covered by insurance. I have health insurance. We pay tons of money every month for our health insurance. But yet my doctor keeps telling me like everything's fine. She's not sending me anywhere else. She's not doing any more lab work. Everything looks good. Like their standard lab work that they're offering looks great. So there's nothing that she could do for me. You know, I struggled for so long and I thought I need to figure this out. I came across a list of doctors, and the one that stood out to me, she specifically deals with PCOS and women's hormones. I ended up calling and scheduling an appointment because I was so desperate. I was so desperate. And I'll never forget the first appointment that I went to. It was $350, okay? But I'll never forget the fact that I sat there and I said, you know, I have all these issues and I don't know what's wrong with me. And I start listing them. She says to me, tell me exactly what's going on and when did it start? So I start telling her, you know, about 1.5 years ago, this is what's been going on. And once I finished like my list of everything, and she's like, that's not normal. Something's wrong. I almost felt like I wanted to hug her because I felt like, okay, I'm not crazy. Something definitely is wrong. I knew it. I knew it. that day she sent me home with a list of supplements that I needed to start taking. She ordered lab work for me. She also did something called a Dutch test. I'll get more into all of that on my next video, but just know that if you don't feel well, if you don't feel fine, if you don't feel good, you don't feel like yourself, it's not normal. To feel like you're drowning, it's not normal. So this is my journey to healing my body, and I'll be sharing more of this with you. And the reason I share all of this is because for so long I felt like I was alone, and when I started sharing on Instagram and then I shared on TikTok, the amount of women telling me that they were feeling the same, one, made me feel like I'm not crazy. Two, made me feel like I need to speak about this because other people are struggling. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate you.